Welcome! Come on in for some talk about painting houses. That's right, everybody's favorite subject, watching paint dry. Forgive me for the echo, watching paint dry. It's the most exciting thing in the world. But hey, no, we have colors to talk about. Borrowing from Sherwin-Williams here. This is a really nice autumn color, orchid. We'll be talking about that a little bit. And then also, Sherwin-Williams has announced their 2024 color of the year, Upward. It's the one that I suggested might possibly be the color of the year. On their Facebook page, that's the one, but there were a lot of people that chose Upwards, so I'm not taking a lot of credit there. I'll be making another video this week where we'll go into these colors. We'll talk about all the coordinating colors and this color here in particular, but we'll be coming back to it. In the meantime, welcome to our Christian Painters community. I really do genuinely appreciate you being here. Please head on over and like this video and share it if you find it valuable. That's one way that you can genuinely help me. Not that everybody needs to help everyone else, but I sure would appreciate it. And so if you want some appreciation or just want to help me, please like and subscribe and share this video. Like and share the video, but head on over. Don't worry about that super chat, ignore that, but head on over to my YouTube channel and watch some videos, but subscribe. That's the main thing. Head on over to my Christian Painters YouTube channel. I've been in business now, everyone, for over 23 years. There's the channel. When you go to my YouTube channel at Christian Painters, that's what you're going to find right there is this channel. And I'll tell you what, we'll watch a couple of videos. This is the first thing. This is one of the best videos, that I have, respectfully.
Hi, my name is Lisa Ernest. I love Christian Painters. They have taken care of our exterior and interior of our home. Winnie loves them, and they're reliable. When they say they're going to be here, they are here. I'd highly recommend them.
Thank you, Lisa and Winnie. This is the formal dining room where we have a hand trowel texture and faux finish. And then swinging around here into the living room is just a nice, I believe that's sand pebble, Kelly Moore sand pebble, with a dark red in the entry, making all of these colors pop together. And then as you come in here into the kitchen, we have some wonderful antique glazed cabinets. I'm going to come over here and get up close on this so you can really get a good feel for that antique glazed cabinet. Real nice look. This is one of the most affordable things that you can do if you already have white cabinets. And even if you have to repaint the base coat, it's still very affordable to antique glaze your cabinets. And now, stepping outside, let the light adjust a little bit.
Some exterior paint also.
You can see part of the exterior that we painted. So, thank you so much for watching another Christian.
All right, so that's where I'll stop it. I won't bore you with the exterior. There's more exterior on that video. And then, of course, that video, I painted that house originally for these customers in Mansfield. Wonderful customers. They've been very good to me. The street that they live on, and I'm not going to give that much information, just saying it's in Mansfield. These days is enough, but I painted 3 houses next door to each other, and 2 of them multiple times right there. And let's just say it's not far from Danbury, where I've painted multiple other homes. And so thank you to every one of my customers in Mansfield. And while I am at it, I'm going to head over here and say thank you to all of my customers, all my subscribers. So I'm going to go right back over to my YouTube channel here real quick. Just a sec. Share screen. Little engineering here on the spot. All right, so there it is. That's what the YouTube channel looks like. And right now, when you go over there, you see that house painting excellence over 2K videos because it's showing you, hey, Christian Painters is live right now as we speak. So you're seeing that there. And then that's good because it kept my other video from playing. But that other video, that wonderful customer service video, was what you see when you go to the YouTube channel. It's like my introduction video, if you will. I could edit a video and put it up there that maybe looks more professional or something, but I mean, really, I'm just based on customer service. If you want to see more of those customer referrals, which I believe is extremely important, if you're willing to spend or willing to, if you're needing to spend the money to paint your home, it's worth taking the time to do a little research, especially when a company, whether it's mine or the next one, puts all this right here on YouTube for you to very easily find and then navigate. So what we're looking for is customer referrals. I went to playlists. So I've got a playlist titled Customer Referrals. And there's a customer referral video in there. They're kind of mixed in. But as you can see, there's, I guess I kind of forgot how many playlists that I have. Pretty proud of this. Look at that one there, Old Town. I've been spending a lot of time in Old Town Burleson lately with my grandson. And so I'm always proud, to know all the work I've done in Burleson at the Burleson Chamber of Commerce. And then also in Old Town Burleson, much like historic downtown Mansfield. You go down here, there's a playlist called Historic Downtown Mansfield. These are, I made videos for about over 20 businesses. I made a video for Troy Dorsey there that actually aired at the movie theater there in Mansfield. So all of you old-time Mansfield movie watchers, because you saw that video multiple times, played there for years. It's one of my proudest achievements in life. But also my point is that there's a lot of investment into both historic downtown Mansfield and then Burleson, Old Town Burleson in particular. Not only is this Grump's Burgers building, I mean, that's really my pride and joy. I must admit, I love seeing that building, even though it needs to be repainted already, or not already, after 20 years, 15 years at least. But I painted all those. I painted Serendipity next to it. I painted everything but the dentist office on the end. So that means like the wine styles. I painted that, back when it was wine styles. Not all of it. I forget what I painted, but I mean, I painted, I forget what it was before, when it was before his wine styles. I painted something over there, did repairs. But one of my highest honors in life was to paint that building when it was a shop for a custard shop. Wild About Harry's is what it's called. So there's going to be a playlist on here for Wild About Harry's. Also, there it is. Look at that. And so there's that old building on the end here. I'm very proud of it.
Welcome and thank you very much for watching another Christian Painters YouTube video. A change is a-coming right on down the track.
Pretty crazy, right? A train is a-coming right on down the tracks. Well, I'm singing that because a train is coming right down the tracks. The railroad tracks are right across the street there. So I'm going to go ahead and make this video larger. This is us spraying the underside. If you go watch the videos before, this is that old awning. You can see it's old. but it's been there forever and it's looked horrible. Look under there. I scrubbed, power washed for hours, believe it or not, scrubbed with my hands and scrapers. But, you know, hey, I get to be very proud every time I'm in Old Town Burleson. There you go. Really nice close view. But see that awning? Look, it's just like old corrugated metal. It's like however old. It's got to be 50 years old more. I mean, it's old. But I made it look as brand new as you possibly could make that awning look. And it still looks good today. It's just dirty. That's all. If you gave it a gentle washing, you know, like the whole building, even Grumps would look 100 times better with a gentle power wash. But so that's it. That's one of my honors. All right, I'm here today. What am I doing here today? Let me go ahead and take this off. I'm not going to close the web page because I'm going to go back to the YouTube channel in a minute. I am here today, one, to talk to you about these colors because that's what I do is talk about colors, but also to offer my services to you if you need your house painted. Right over here is what you will do if you are in need for a free estimate for house painting. This is the easiest way to do it for probably both of us, right? Is just go ahead and go click on this and then take your phone and turn it around and show me your rooms. Like I had a customer call me last Saturday. I keep my grandson, Phoenix, on Saturdays, usually. That's why I'm able to make this video today, because I need business. I desperately need business. I mean, look at me. Do I look like someone who needs business? Anyway, I actually cannot afford to keep my grandson this weekend because I just don't have the money. So this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Like I've been keeping my grandson for well over 4 years. I used to keep him over half of the time every week, you know, like 4 and 5 days a week, pretty much 24-hour days. So I am very attached to this child, and he likewise is very attached to me, his pops. So numero uno, that's what I'm doing here, is I'm reaching out to you because I would love to have your business. But I also am here to provide my time freely. I'm happy to give you a free estimate, no strings attached. If you're on YouTube, just click on that link. If you're on Facebook, there it is. It's called Free Estimates at the top. Just click on that link. And then if you don't need a free estimate, I invite you, if you're on Facebook, I invite you, there it is. If you're on Facebook, I invite you to click on that YouTube link and watch this video on YouTube. Not only that, I'm going to ask you again, if I can get you to my YouTube channel, one of the easiest ways you can support me is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's pretty obvious, right? When I'm painting houses, I do make quality videos. I've already got well over 2,000 videos on this channel documenting my commitment to excellence. But, you know, hey, I'll be the first to tell you. Let me get right back over to here. I gotta get out of my comments. I'll be the first to tell you that everything has changed for me. Everything. I keep my grandson by myself. I'm not married. I don't have girlfriends. You know, just haven't been involved in a relationship since before I had my grandson, really. So I've had my grandson since December of 2019, when both his mom, who is my daughter, and his dad passed away. And so everything has changed. What does that mean? It means that really I only have 3 solid days a week that I can work. I'm available Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, you know, I do need money so desperately that I can sacrifice my time with my child and my energy because, you know, I need to rest on Thursday because I normally have him Thursday from 3 p.m. till Sunday afternoon sometime. And it takes a lot of my energy. I'm 58 years old. I had to keep up. And then it also takes a lot of energy to paint. You know, I'm doing this all the time. The good news is that, you know, I have been exercising my entire life. I've been painting houses over 20, well, a long time. And I can still, like, I insist to be able to bend over and touch the ground, you know, and be able to, you know, be flexible. I have, if I lose my flexibility, I lose my ability to paint houses. Painting homes, you don't know until you discover for yourself. There's a lot to it. You wear many hats. One of many is, what that is, I got a white piece of paint right there looking funny. But is acrobatics. Acrobatics. It takes acrobatics to paint houses, to jump off those ladders and do, you know, everything that we do. If I'm up on a ladder and I can paint easily right in front of me a 2 foot or 3 foot cut-in space, right? Well, if I can lean a foot and then I have an arm span, and, you know, I can create like a good easy 5 foot, and I can do that relatively fast. So it becomes but that's because of years of experience and then just natural talent to begin with, which is why people tend to gravitate towards the professions that they are in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you one more time that I'm here to help you if you need a free estimate. You can both click that link in the comments and then use your phone to show me on my YouTube show here. This is live stream. But you know, I'm not charging, and so that's how I intend to make it worthwhile and benefit, is if I can help you with a free estimate, or I can help you select colors for your home. Let's say you're in Oklahoma and you just need help selecting colors for your home. You need a true interior decorator. Well, Sherwin-Williams offers that for $100. You can call someone on their phone, which you can me too. See, there's my number, 817-473-0310. I can FaceTime you as well, but I charge $10 for 10 minutes. Sherwin-Williams charges $100. So that's up to you. I'm just telling you that this is a part of the future. House painters have always been like, we have to estimate jobs. We just have to. And so, you know, we give a free estimate. And the way the economy has changed in 2003, and then the way its technology has changed, it's not just me. I'm just a little ahead of the game. I'll promise you, it's everyone. It's going to be Lowe's, Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, Walmart. You're going to be FaceTiming them to order to get your new flooring, to get your new countertops, to get your new even landscaping. I mean, this is the way everything's going to go for all the obvious reasons. So for those of you and me who can embrace it, that's how it works. Just FaceTime me, give me a little money. I'll spend all the time with you want, but with all of my experience, I can help you get it, you know. I can help you select your colors pretty quick in most cases. That's probably the best way to put it. I'd say 95% of the time. I'm not always, especially on color matches, but I'm not talking about color matches. I'm talking, you're going to paint your whole interior, or you're going to paint all of your open areas downstairs. Like, swinging back around, anybody keeping up, I was mentioning earlier, someone contacted me last Saturday. And I had Phoenix, my grandson, with me. And so I was not able to get back to them or take care of them until the next day, Sunday, which at that time they said, oh, we already found someone. understandable. They're obviously hunting if they're contacting someone on a Saturday, and then also if they're really going to hire a painter. Not everybody that calls a professional painter like me is actually going to paint their home. Then from there, the people that are actually painting and going to pay a professional painter for professional services, well, they take 2 or 3 estimates. So just by nature, you're not going to get, 50% is a very high margin. Odds are like 30%, a third. So, but I've always been fortunate to sell at least half of my jobs. I'm from Arlington. I've got all the experience. I can help you with your colors. I've always done free color consultations. The reason why is I can help you pretty quick. It doesn't take that much time for me to help you select your colors, whereas it would everyone else, most anyone else. I apologize. But 2 is that I'm getting back to my customer who called Saturday and I couldn't get to him. Had I been able to tell that customer Saturday, hey, you want to hop online? I can have my grandson with me while I do this. That's not an issue. Me and my grandson can sit right here. He can talk to you. I can look at your house and I can give you a free estimate. Now, I'm not sure that it would have helped in that case because they were obviously ready to hire. They did. And by the next day, or probably that day, Saturday, they probably hired the first professional that came out. That's how it is sometimes when you're needing a painter. It's like needing a plumber. You don't know that you don't know what professional house painting is until you need a painter like you need a plumber. Until you need a painter like you need an air conditioning contractor. We will all hire an air conditioning contractor at the drop of a hat if our AC goes out, right? It's just the way it is. And you feel fortunate to get somebody that seems professional out to your home, because usually your AC's out when it's during busy season. All right. So when you need your house painted, you need it painted. Like you need the whole inside painted, or the whole like downstairs open areas, which would be your entryway, your stairs, your living room, kitchen, dining room, and your hallway, those kind of areas. So get all your open areas. Well, you actually need that done in within a certain time limit. Way back in the beginning of me starting this business, Christian Painters, a awesome dude, Mr. Foster, I believe he was Coach Foster. I could be wrong, but if anybody is having fun, you can check me right now, Google check me. But he was a baseball coach that South Grand Prairie High School brought in, and I know he did very well with the Warriors baseball team in his tenure. But nevertheless, he hired me to paint his whole house. And he said, man, I believe in you. We're good. He was a super guy, easy to work for. He said, man, I just have one thing, and it's only because of practicality. I know you understand. I have to have the job finished Friday. Like, I need you guys completely finished and out of here. I can't be doing touch-ups on Saturday or the next week. I need it done right, and I need it completed Friday, and nobody in my house Saturday, because the movers are going to be here Saturday. My week is going to be so busy next week with moving into the house, coaching baseball. And I was like, gotcha. All right. I had to fire the crew that I had. This was my first crew, actually. Telling you a story. This is my first crew. That's how far this story goes back. 20 years, more than 20 years, 22 years. For the first couple of years, I did all the work myself, all of it. I just would get people to help me. So I had a friend, rest in peace, James Mills is his name. that worked with me for probably a year, you know, and not every week, not every day of every week, but when I needed him, he was available. He was an older guy, so he had that schedule availability, flexibility, and it worked out for both of us. Well, then when I had more business than what I could possibly get to, and like I was painting houses, and I'm the primary painter. My other guy that's working with me is just a helper, really. And you know, my phone's ringing and ringing and ringing, and people need estimates, and I can't get to them. So it's a good problem to have, right? This would have been 2001, 2002. 2001, right in there. And so I was very, very fortunate that I found two guys to help finish painting that house. And they were so good and professional painters that I was able to actually spend a little time on Thursday and Friday, because I had to fire the other guys on Wednesday. Remember, this job has to be done by Friday for Coach Foster, South Grand Prairie Warriors. Very important to me. You don't even know how personal this is to me, but it's also very important to me to, you know, keep my agreement. And it seemed impossible for a minute. But not only did we pull it off, but I actually had time to go estimate a couple of those other jobs so that I could get another job scheduled for the next week. And off we went. And here we are today. Post-pandemic, and you know, everything has changed. I'm not Southern Painting. I'm not CertaPro Painters. If you need, you know, a 2-story house painted, wall, ceiling, trim in 5 days, and you need it done next week, I'm probably not your guy. You know, Southern Painting, I don't know if they have availability. CertaPro, I tell you, one of the best guys. It's been around for a long time. Not that many people know about him, but Spivey. Anybody looking for a good painter? Spivey's painting. Really like that guy. I know he's very professional. Okay, so anyway, I still, for being available 3 days a week with all of my expertise, my hustle, like I just get a lot done. It's challenging these days for me to bring anyone on the job to help me that I don't know is a professional painter, you know, like someone that's at least as good as me. Here's the challenge, or my challenge, our challenge together, because everything's different, and this is one of the differences, is the only guys that I know that work as hard as I do and get as much done as I do, maybe not have quite the eye for detail that I do, because, you know, it's my job. That's, I think, most all businesses, the business owner has the truest eye for details. So saying that and clarifying so that nobody seems faulted here. But here's what it is that I have to pay those painters, and there's only a few that I can rely on, you know, $300 a day. And they want to be paid a day. They don't want to be waiting until the end of the week and getting, you know, a check, or withhold a check for a week. Screw all that. You're going to pay $300 a day to a professional painter that you're subcontracting alongside with. I'm not subcontracting the job out to them, because I'm not leaving the job. It's my job. I'm hiring my friend Jerry, you can see him on many of these videos, to help me on my jobs. And so it's not a subcontract situation. I can't do that. So anyway, the jobs that fit me best are jobs that I can do in 3 days or 6 days over a 2-week period. You know, that's not that difficult. So that means that I can pretty much paint a whole interior. I can paint a 1-story interior for sure. I painted a whole 2-story interior, I believe, in 6 days. And the reason I say that is because I also primed and painted the cabinets. So it did take me like 9 days or maybe 10, really. I forget. But it worked out good. It worked good for my friend who is my customer. And you can see those videos on my YouTube channel. Um, but yeah, I did that. I painted. Oh, so what I'm saying is that I could have painted all his wall, ceiling, trim, and doors. And this is a big 2-story house in Mansfield, between Walnut Creek and 157 by Tips Elementary. And so I can get a lot done in 3 days. I can get a lot done in 6 days. I just have to be able to focus. I have to be able to like put on my music and not have a conversation with anyone for about 10 hours, or have my conversations be short so that I can just stay focused and work. And as long as I do that, I can get a lot done. And so the other thing in painting when it comes to timeliness is, let's see, we'll take it out of an interior and on an exterior, things that people don't ever think about, right? And it's just all the decor. The decor on, most of the homes that I'm painting are, $300,000 homes. 250, 300, 350. I mean, have you seen Mansfield and South Arlington lately? Come on. That's why I invested my heart and soul and my blood in my own hometown of Arlington. But I just had to go south. I joined the Arlington Chamber of Commerce. I did multiple Arlington Chamber events, but it was just already too big of a process to really network in the home service industry. You would have been, if you're a commercial contractor, you're way better off in Arlington or Dallas or a bigger city. But for, my focus has always been homes. And with that, I still have had, many commercial jobs. For example, I always tell people in over 20 years of business, you have to paint a lot of things to stay in business that long. So I painted every Steinmart in Dallas, Fort Worth, and surrounding suburbs. Some of them 2 and 3 times, Steinmarts. So shout out to Steinmart if y'all need me. Holla! I haven't heard from Steinmart since they needed stripes painted in the shoe department. And we're looking to pay like $300. And they needed 2 stripes. It's a pretty decent sized shoe department. And, again, this goes back to what I was saying before. When these houses that I'm painting, $300,000 homes, they have a lot of decorations, really nice decor out front. They have a patio full of things, and including grills and things. So, it's not that big of a deal to move those things. But if I spend an hour moving that stuff overall, that's a whole hour I could have been working on the house. And so the best thing is to always do your painters a favor and move your items out of the way. That's just the best thing. But it's just part of the house painting business. You never really know what you're going to get into. And so with that, I feel like I am just rambling on. Where did I get this energy from? Woo, man, I'm not kidding. I fasted for the past 2 days. I've eaten today, but I fasted for 2 days, going through the crap. I take care of my grandson, and I'm not complaining, I'm explaining. But my explaining is always going to sound like complaining to probably half the people in the world at least. So I'm sorry that communication gets twisted and people hear things the way they want to hear them. But I'm explaining. I'm not complaining. I have always provided for myself for as long as I can, always. I used to mow yards as a kid. I used to sell Tyler roses on street corners. I used to sell Christmas cards door to door, on and on and on. 7, 8, 9 years old doing those things. So I've always made enough money to provide Like I always had more money than spending money than not like I've had downtime, so I can't say always, but the majority of my life I've had more spending money available to me than most of my friends. Don't get me wrong, I've had some rich friends that had way too much spending money available. Just, but that's different. Okay, so, but it's this. I'm so glad I'm laughing, and thanks for putting up with me. I guess that's where my energy is coming from, is that I live under like an unsurmountable amount of pressure, as you can only imagine. I take care of my grandson. I'm 58 years old. Most of my friends are dead and dying. I only have a few healthy friends. And those friends, really, most of my friends are depressed. Really, they're so depressed that, and you know, I hope your friends are different. I hope your family, your experience is different. But, you know, mine at 58 years of age is that, you know, a lot of my friends are dead. When Charlie Ferguson died, my lifelong buddy, who's a mechanic, and it's because he's a mechanic also, that's a big part of it. There's a lot of security in my world knowing I have a mechanic that I can count on. It's like right now I need new brakes. I don't know where to take my car. I don't trust anyone. But not only did I trust my mechanic, but he was my friend. And so, you know, I stopped by his Half Price Auto in Mansfield. He used to promote his, you know, most everything that you see online for half off auto. Back in the day, I haven't checked lately, but, you know, it was me helping Charlie because I know how to do that stuff, and I just enjoyed his company. So just one person, but I've got, you know, a lot of friends that are sick and dying, you know. I don't even want to get into symptoms and ailments and things to prove my point. But here I am, 58, and I'm healthy. I'm not entirely healthy, but I'm just saying I'm pretty physically healthy, you know. 2 reasons I've eaten semi-healthy most of my life. Semi. I consumed dandelion. I came across dandelion. It's my opinion that the world is suffering from a lack of calcium. Calcium is the answer. It's the common denominator of all diseases. All diseases are blood related. Most, you know, of the worst ones are blood related. I'm talking fast and being very general, saying something very profound. But yeah, it's calcium, and I'm very lucky and fortunate that I stumbled across. That's all I know to tell you. I had a knee injury. I was a runner as a kid, and I had a knee injury. And I finally found a doctor that was able to do arthroscopic surgery and go in there and snap pictures of cracked cartilage. And he told me, yep, you were right. There it is. You've got these really minuscule, I forget the measurements, you know, of 2 cracks on my cartilage. And he said, you know, the good news is they're not that bad. You have time. By the time you need knee surgery will have advanced so much that, you know, trying to tell me something positive that revolved around medicine. And, you know, I just didn't really I didn't accept that. I was like, wait a minute. You know, I got to at least try. You know, there has to be something that will help. And so I looked in the dictionary and encyclopedia and read some books, because that's what you did 30 years ago, prior to the internet and Googling. Today, you can Google it right up. Dandelion cures cancer. What's that mean? Well, it strengthens the blood, because right now, most people are malnourished, and that means your blood is weak. So calcium and the natural vitamins and minerals and nutrients in leafy green plants, and especially organic, fresh leafy green plants like dandelion. Strengthens your blood to complete what's called the apoptosis process. That means that if your blood is duplicating right now millions of times a second, then your blood cells are also dying off right now millions of times a second. Right? So dead blood cells are healthy. Undead blood cells tend to become infected, tend to not die off, and duplicate and become cancerous. So what calcium does, leafy green plants is the only source of calcium, is it strengthens the blood so that the blood can, the infected blood cells can die off naturally, like they would do naturally. So that's been proven by Dr. Sairam Pandey. But anyway, I just stumbled across it because I'm like, leafy green plants, man, I don't garden. I wasn't gardening at all back then. And so I kept coming across dandelion. And I've always liked dandelion. I've always liked the yellow flowers. I've always liked the bees. I'm very naturistic, so I've always noticed the bees on the dandelions, and probably had already like touched, because I pet bees. And I probably had already touched bees on dandelion flowers before I was eating them. I don't know, but I, like picking the ball of seeds and blowing that magic ball of seeds into the air. Oh God, we didn't have video games as a kid. Blowing those seeds in the air to me was always like magical. I might be one of the only people, but anyway, so yeah, dandelion, it's growing outside in your yard, growing all around, and I miss talking about that. So thank you for being here with me. If you're not here now and you're watching later, thank you for getting through my rambling on before I start into colors. I still haven't got into colors here. And so, yeah, I'm under this like unsurmountable stress because it's real, and it's money. It's not the fact that my daughter died. It's not the fact that my son is with me or my grandson is with me. I call him my son. He is my son. It's not the fact that it stressed all of my relationships with my family and everyone that I know because of my financial situation. I was able to stretch out the money that I have as far as I possibly could. And I need your business. I need to be painting this Monday. I don't have a job lined up, scheduled at all. I don't have a job scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or next week. I've got a really nice friend who has a home in Springtown. That's not a Stevie Miller Band song. It's a town far north of Fort Worth. And, I guess I'm just going to bite the bullet. I feel bad. It's so weird to feel unappreciative. I'm not trying to be. I'm in Alvarado, very far south Alvarado now. So it's very convenient for me to reach Mansfield and even South Arlington. But, anything on the other side of Fort Worth is one of the biggest pains in the butt. You have no option. You have to get through 35, north of 820, however you get there. You have to get north of 820, before 7, like ideally 6:45, you're north of 820 on 35. And that's the only way. That's the only way. I mean, other than that, don't get me wrong. I've only driven up there because I go visit my friend in Oklahoma who has second whatever stage diabetes, and oh, you know, I don't even want to spend the time talking about how sick he is, but he's another lifelong friend that I really enjoy his company, and so glad to have him as a friend. And so I try to get up there, but I can't even afford to freaking get up there. So anyway, but I've been up there, what, about 5 times in the last few years, and that's really the only time I've driven up 35. And so I've done that, you know, at like 11 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. And so I drive back home at those times also, trying to avoid traffic. And so all I know to tell you, oh, I drove up to Greenville to visit a friend too. But all I know to tell you is that even at those hours, like in the middle of the day or in the evening, I've driven at, you know, night, driven home at 9 o'clock and still run into traffic. So I could only imagine how horrible all that traffic is on 35 north of 820, you know, in rush hour traffic. God. So, you know, that's it. I don't mind telling you, I stress out hard on that. I just don't like traffic. It's what it is. It's not that I don't like driving. It's like riding motorcycles. I love to ride motorcycles. Man, I'd love to have a Harley and out on the highway. But not with these people out there on the highways. No way, man. I I have people like come into my lane all the time. And I wonder, you know, I'm like, I ask some of my friends sometimes, and they usually say, oh, yeah, it's horrible, you know, but we don't really get into detail, you know. But my detail is I literally have people drive into my lane all the time. Like, you know, I'm just driving like this, and they're all of a sudden just drive. And if I wasn't alert enough, which I'm extremely alert when I drive, it's one of the reasons I don't like driving. See, I don't want to have to be automatically. See, I have, like, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, okay? I'm highly alert. So I automatically know I can't stop myself from knowing what 20 cars around me are doing, exactly what they're doing. Whether they're looking like they're turning or whether they're turning, stopping, speeding up, doesn't matter. I know what 20 cars around me are doing at all times. And because of that, I'm able to, you know, move out of the way at the last second before they crash into me. And so I drive a Nissan Rogue, which I paid good money for. And the reason, like, I spent my entire life savings pretty much on that, most of it, okay? So that I'd have a good car for the next how many ever years for my grandson and have that at least that stability. And, you know, maybe it's that because it's been horrible the last few years since I've owned this thing of people like trying to run me over. Okay, so, yeah, that's more than likely what I'm gonna be thankful for today, and reach out and try to get by there tomorrow. So drive to Springtown, make it a Sunday drive. And then try to schedule it to start on Monday and work on over there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can certainly get all the prep done easily, which would include primers and, you know, to where it's all done. And then come back the following Monday, start taping off and spraying. So I'm sure that I can tape off and spray. It's a 1-story house. But I believe it's like a ranch house. I just don't know how big it is. I don't know how many gables there are. I don't think there's many. I think it's a pretty simple or smaller or lower to the ground. Accessible. There you go. Accessibility. So that's important when you're painting by yourself and like having to tape off and then spray, right? Because, you know, basically what I would do is tape off at least half of the house, like the whole front and one whole side, probably around some corners. It just depends. Maybe the whole back, so I can start on the back patio or something. But anyway, you try to do one whole side or two whole sides, and then ideally see how much time you have, in the rest of that day to spray, or if you're going to need to go ahead and spend the whole day the next day. So that could be a decision that I would make at that time, to go ahead and put down the spray rig and do some cut in, prep, tape off. Like, see, here's something is I can do the whole front and side, and then I can, on a bigger house, it's going to take me 6 days by myself. And then I can tape off a patio. And if it's hot outside, it's usually a little cooler under the patio. And then don't have to worry about the wind and everything. I just check my tape in the morning, make sure everything's good to go, and then tape off the rest of the back of the house and spray all that out. So then I can spend some more time cutting in. And so, I ought to be able to, certainly finish all the spraying and most everything. From there's things like doors or a door. Sometimes people want a second color on the door, which I'm happy to do, but I have to charge for, obviously, because I have to clean my spray rig out. And we want to spray the doors, or the garage doors. But I usually brush and roll exterior doors, like the front door and the back doors. So that's it. All right. So, yeah, it's really unsurmountable to think that I'm broke, responsible for my grandson, who's 4.5 years old, amazing, brilliant child. I feel so fortunate to spend the time together with him that I do, that, it's why I'm not complaining. I am explaining. I hope I'm explaining I need your business. But I'm explaining that, I've got to do this for the next 15 years. I'm 58. In 10 years, I'll be 68. In 15 years, I'll be 73. So my poor grandson, who I'm his dad, if I make it to 73, he'll be 19 years old. And that's just insurmountable. It's not something that you can move, And if I had lived my life differently and had retirement to count on and things, hey, it's money. I have my health right now. I really do. I like to work. I consider it exercise. I always have. I've had a running joke on the people who, trying to remember what they called that workout that became popular, where pretty much every city has those extreme workouts where they have people dragging tires and ropes and cables and all that stuff outside in the heat. And I think, it's so funny. These people went and got computer jobs, and now they have to go over here and do this for exercise, when they could just come work with me and get a nice exercise and yoga stretches, So, yeah, to me, it's exercise. And because I look at it that way, it's what helps me enjoy it. All right. So, yeah, it's insurmountable. Thank you for listening to me. I'm probably going to leave this up. I hope there's no haters looking to get at me, but I just can't live that way. I, in my mind, am just trying my best every single minute of every single day, and I have to be happy with that and hope that no matter what, at the end of the day, it has to work out the way that it's going to work out. And so I'm just going to put my smile on and pull my bootstraps up and climb that mountaintop every moment of every day. So thank you for being here with me. I will officially start the color program. How about that color orchid? That's SW719157. Reading it backwards, I guess. 9157. It is very much, it's the color in the picture on the left here. So that color orchid, I think I was saying earlier. Orchid, I think that's why my brain was still back on the pronunciation when I was reading off the numbers. SW9157. Orchid, definitely a taupey beige. So look at it there. This is Sherwin-Williams' picture. That's a pretty bright white next to it on the trim and on that woodwork there. So it definitely sets off the taupe tone in the color. But I think it's a great color. Like I do not hate on that color at all whatsoever. It's just a matter of taste. And I've told people that forever. I remember when I started in painting as Christian painters in 1999, this type of a color, but a much lighter version of it, was on all kinds of walls everywhere. It was even on cabinets. I mean, it was just a real popular color, apparently, somewhere in the 90s and 80s, because this is the color that I painted over the most in the aughts. So I painted my first house as Christian painters in June of 1999. So, you know, my biggest years were the 10 years following, or 8 years following, right in there. So there it is. I put that together there with you with this also color here. See that poised taupe? If you're looking for a taupey color that's not as mauve-y, that's the word, that's the tone. This over here, honestly, the orchid, I mean, look, orchid is a flower. It's a mauve. So, you know, we're not running from that here. That's a mauve. But it's a beautiful mauve. And so this is one of the things I used to say back then when people were going, oh, that color is so ugly. I like, well, part of the reason is that the trim is really ugly, the house is really dirty, and the color is a shade too light. I've always encouraged people that, especially older people that tend to just like this color more, I've always encouraged them to do it a shade darker, do it 2 shades darker, because it actually is a wonderful color if it's, you know, what you're wanting to enjoy in your home at that time in your life. So this poised taupe right here, 6039, probably a couple of families over from the mauve that you're seeing in this other picture here, in this other color orchid, because it's definitely browner. Still, it's a taupe. This is a true taupe, poised taupe. That is a true taupe. So it's browner. You don't see near as much of the actual lavender or mauve hue that you see in this. I mean, if you looked at this in the broad daylight with the sunlight, you probably call that a lavender, you know, like a taupey lavender even. You know, it's pretty rich. But if you ask me, because it's a medium shade to dark, you know, that's what gives it its awesomeness. You know, it is, that's the color that it is, and it's freaking awesome from what it is. I love that color, orchid, and I'd love to put it in your room, in your home. But also this poised taupe right here. That's a beautiful taupe. And so you can see these colors here are complementary colors. That's why I brought it over here, this autumn. I mean, that's why, hey, everybody. That's why I put these 2 graphics side by side, so that you could see porcelain rustic red, Chelsea mauve, poised taupe, Deary beige, and black bean are all complementary colors in this taupe family that, you know, depend on how you're using it. Like you can see on the walls back there that that is not poised taupe on the walls. I can't see, I think we got poised taupe on the window trim there, you know. Maybe it's on the ceiling. So I don't really see the poised taupe in the picture. It looks darker than the porcelain, so I'm going to say it's probably the Deary beige or the Chelsea mauve, which honestly aren't my those are my least favorite colors on this palette here. I like the porcelain. Looks really nice with both the orchid and the poised taupe, and I like that black bean. If someone was going to get, you know, pretty wild with it, put that black bean on some trim with that poised taupe. Woo! And then if you have a formal dining area, or maybe just an accent wall that, you know, was a true accent wall, not one we're just making up, but a true accent wall, that rustic red, oh my goodness, that would be a beautiful interior right there. All right, so I wanted to talk about these colors because I don't want to spend as much time talking about Upward. The reason I don't want to spend as much time today is because I will schedule 2 programs this week unless I'm working, and even if I am working, I'm going to move that unsurmountable stress off of me by putting on these boots of doing these shows. No matter how inferior I feel, this is the process right now today in my life of climbing that mountain with a conquering mentality for my grandson and myself and his mother and everyone that's counting on me. All right, the welcoming, casual comfort and connection of the kitchen is captured in Upward's light, blissful blue. So there it is. Upwards is a blue-toned color. Upwards is Sherwin-Williams 2024 color of the year, everybody. So you are looking at Sherwin-Williams color of the year for the year 2024, and so they're going to be rolling out a lot of cool colors in 2024 that they're really, I believe, are making a strong push to create a trend here. You know, we've been doing grays for a long time and everybody really feels gray. It's so funny. I'll never forget, like I don't hate gray, so this is not a gray hating, you know, at all. I can show you the best grays. I've been showing them to you. I've been painting them, so I'm not hating on gray. But I have painted so many homes that type of a color, or let's see what I'm looking for here. I have a or double latte. Like I've painted so many homes this type of color that you know, I just, you know, I still like the beiges and tans and greens and reds that complement them, and wonderful, you know, every other color. When I speak of these kind of colors, I'm usually talking of all your open areas, you know, the open areas of the home. Again, the entry and the hallway and the living room and the kitchen, or stairways, dining areas extended off of the kitchen, you know, all of those areas. The community areas of a home, that's where this type of a color goes primarily. From there, you can always have fun and put these colors. Really, you can put, look at that right there with that desk. You can put this type of a color, inky blue or indigo paint, in a living room. We talked about that last week if you want to go back and check out those videos. those colors. But I'm going to make a couple of videos this week where I'm going to spend some time talking to you about in detail about these colors here. The picture I'm showing here, this is the color upwards. So they are not holding back on it being a blue. And I love that. I just love it. I really do. I'm not the person in control of trends, and I've never pretended to be. I've just kind of, I know how to utilize what's in front of me to the best of my ability. And I'm not trying to recreate something with colors. But because of the industry and because of human nature and the whole psychology of all of those things, trends happen. And if they're able to get these kind of warm jewel tone blues going, I'll be really happy. I mean, look at that antiquarian brown. Look at that. That is a really nice, I mean, if you're an OU fan, sorry, OU fans. OU, sorry, Texas fans. If you're a Texas fan, hey, we've got OU colors too that'll look great with these colors. But if you're a Texas fan, I heard that better luck next year. But look at this over here, Gale Force. Look at that. It's such a beautiful color. Snowbound, that's really an off-white. Don't let these colors fool you all the time. Snowbound is an off-white. It's really not a color. Drift of Mist is barely a color. But look at that honeydew. I mean, I like that. I've always liked all types of colors. But when it comes to painting your whole open space, I back to my story of grays. I'm rambling on, but at least I'm wrapping back around. The first time was when I was actually going through a pretty big transition in my life, and still painting. Painting has remained my primary source of income. And a lady from Sherwin-Williams, who, this was in North Dallas, so she was like one of their first interior decorator kind of people. You find them in some of the stores, but not many of them. And she told me straight up, she just like with all the confidence in the world, she's like, nope, grays are it. Grays are in. I was like, wait a minute, grays aren't it. And she's like, no, yeah, I'm telling you. And like, she was just talking to me matter of fact, And I was like, no, wait, like I'm not saying they're not going to be or anything. I mean, I've always used these colors, it's not like I never used grays. And I know these really nice gray, grayish colors here. But, I'm not painting those colors, on the majority of my, interior jobs. And she's like, oh, you will be. And she was right. I mean, that's my point when it comes to trends. I didn't see colors going from that to, let's see, do I have a color chip here with analytical gray or these nice gray tones? It's this one. There's some right there. That's actually a taupey gray in that. Let's see what I got here. That's agreeable gray. Dovetails at taupey. So where's agreeable gray at on that? I guess agreeable gray is the color of the whole background. Yeah. So that's agreeable gray is a really nice grayish family. And I'd used it again before it became trendy. But boy, she was right. That's what I'm saying is I didn't see colors going from what they did. I didn't see that trend coming on. but it sure did. And I embraced it, 10 years ago or longer now? Grays have been in a long time. And so I'm just a firm believer in colors, and I couldn't be more excited that Sherwin-Williams has selected Upwards as their 2024 color of the year. And it's not just because it's this one color. It's obviously this color comes in a family of blues. So there's going to be a whole, blue kind of a color push here. And I love it. Like, blue's my favorite color. It's just very challenging to get in a home, and it's very challenging for people to even be open to blues in a home, unless it's like a sky blue or a beach blue for the, cabana bathroom. So, or the kids' room. So anyway, I'm really excited about the colors and Sherwin-Williams doing this. And then furthermore, I'm excited about having another live stream this week. If not tomorrow, I'll do it Monday for sure. I promise, unless I'm working. Like, I hope to be working, but I could do these at night like I'm doing now. I just never do, because I feel like the best time to do it is during the day. But I can't always do it during the day, so here I am at night. So that might be what happens in the future. Is if I'm working during the day, I'm going to get home and clean up and do a show, because I've got three great shows planned coming up for you, and those shows are on these colors where you see how I've done this here and then this kind of thing here. I always put these colors together for you so that you can see them together and see how they really look and how they work, what kind of colors they really are, kind of like this picture here. I would have been challenged convincing you that this is a blue, right? Blissful blue, with that picture there alone. But this picture shows you very clearly. Look at the gray in the backsplashes, and look at that blue. I mean, it's a blue. And, it's not me saying, hey, blue is the best for you. I'm saying Sherwin-Williams is saying that for the whole year of 2024. They really use that color of the year to push trends. And so for that reason, I'm excited. So I'm going to make a detailed video to talk to you about with that color and all the colors that are complementary to Upward. Sherwin-Williams 2024 color of the year. Now, something very cool that Sherwin-Williams does every month is they have a color of the month, just like color of the year. And look at this Toilic red. Am I pronouncing that right? Toily. That's an E, isn't it? Toily red. SW006. Man, look at that with this. Woo! That's like fire. You can kind of see it here in these opal tones, how well they go together. But just that to that. I'm telling you, that is, that kind of stuff gets me really excited. Okay, so don't let this color fool you. This toily red is not just an exterior color. It would look beautiful inside with accompanying colors. So I'll be making a video. I'm making the graphics so I can share that with you in a live stream, where hopefully anyone who contacts me this week, I'm going to ask them to come on and do a live stream with me. That's the idea. Is I really don't want to sit here by myself doing this every night, and that's one of the reasons I don't do it. My intention with this program is to have guests on that I schedule, in advance, but then also to have customers on, even if it's just my friends. But when I say that, even if it's just my friends that I'm not actually going to paint their house, but they're willing to come on the show, remove this picture. So that means they'd be on the screen here with me, and they can turn their camera around and show you, hey, this is the entry, this is the stairs, this is the living room, this is my kitchen and dining room. And I would be able to tell them how much I would charge to paint all of that. And then I'm also telling viewers, giving viewers a concept or an idea of how I charge to paint interior rooms. And I'll get into that with you in a minute. First, I want to wrap up on these colors and tell you how excited I am about doing more live stream videos. And so that's going to be my goal this week, is to bring some people on this program with me. So wish me the best with that. But Sherwin-Williams does two things every month. They have a color of the month. So October's color of the month is on the left, the Toilet Red. On the right, the Opal October Birthstone colors. These are birthstone inspired colors. So Opal is the birthstone color of the month for October. And I don't care if you buy into birthstones. I don't care if you buy into, crystals. I mean, I think, we now understand today that we all carry a charge. We all make a current, and so do stones, and that's what makes them precious to me. So I'll take the crystals and all the valuable, I'll eat out of that silver spoon. Wished I could. But, I'm saying silver spoon specifically because of, obvious health purposes. Duh. All right, so do the research. I'm not here to go that far. I'm just here talking about Opal. And I got sidetracked with, I don't care if you appreciate the monthly birthstone. Most people don't. So I'm not here saying, oh, I know that your birthstone is so important to you. No, it's more in the category of entertainment of, hey, remember Opal is your birthstone. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I love Opal. That's no wonder it's my birthstone. I've always loved those colors. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay, so here they are. There's all your colors. These are Sherwin-Williams month of October, Opal, October birthstone inspired colors. So I'm going to make a video for that. All right, well, there's 3 videos you can look forward to coming up in the very, very near future. I'm going to play a song in a minute because I want to showcase my buddy, and I also want to give everyone a chance to hop on and leave a comment so that I can respond to your comment. Comment in the chats if you're on Facebook. Just comment in the chats. I'll pull it up here and answer your question. If you're on YouTube, comment in the chats. I'll pull it up here and answer your question, okay? I am available to do sheetrock repairs. I use this product here called Easy Pro Texture. This here is just showing you that repairs way up high. That's what it looks like right there as I was doing the repair. And then over here on the right is the trash that I cut out of that repair. And above that is the repaired wall after the home was painted. We painted all of the walls inside this home and most of the trim right there. So I am available for repairs with this product here, Easy Pro Texture. I mean, it is amazing how it, helps me get your repairs done. So I've got a price list. It's my same price list. I've adjusted it just a little bit, but what this tool has allowed me to do is to keep my current prices on my sheetrock repairs. If I had to load up my compressor every time I do just 3 repairs, because that's usually what it is. It's not 20. I'm only doing 2 or 3 or 4, and they're usually smaller, 2 foot in width or so. And so I just would have to charge more if it wasn't for this product here, this Easy Pro gun and this Easy Pro mud. And so I am ready to do your sheetrock repairs if you need sheetrock repairs. I am also ready to do your house painting. I'm also ready to do a free estimate. Hey, look there. There's Sapphire, September's Birthstone inspired colors. So yeah, I can save you money, time, and headache. I just give you a free estimate right here. House painting advice and color consultation. All right, well, I'm going to take a drink of my soda and I'm going to sit back and relax for just a minute while we all listen to some good music together. turning that one off, and this is a little song called Dave's Boutique by a local band out of Mansfield, Arlington, Texas, called X610 Chill. I'll be right back. All right. That's some X610 Chill there, brought to you by the one and only Christian Painters. Please do like and share this video. It would help me a whole bunch. But if you really want to help, the best thing to do is if you need your house painted, or if you would just like to have an estimate to have your house painted, hop on here with me. Let me give you a free estimate. But if you need your house painted, I would love to give you my best. I will give you 100% of my best. I always do, every time. But for free, you can help me the most by just subscribing to my YouTube channel. I think everybody knows how it works these days on YouTube. It's just subscribers. If you can just get those subscribers up. And you know, I'm not claiming to have the most entertaining channel in the entire world or anything like that. You know, I don't sit around watching house painting videos either. But if you're gonna hire a house painter, you know, you're gonna spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, maybe $15,000, $20,000. It depends on what all you're painting. But I think that it's like the coolest thing you can do is to go to a YouTube channel and watch some videos. Look at this. What do you want to see here? You know, this is me painting in Old Town Burleson 15 years ago. No, not this one. That's right. This one is what, about 7 or 8 years ago. And what's really cool about that is I'm going to forget the Bammon Steel. What's the name of the steel company there on Broad? It was him. It was like the son of the owner there, who, you know, was kind of like taking over the company. Brennan, I forget what it is, but he's the one that opened Wild About Harry's. And I remember the last night, he's really pushing me, and I worked really hard. So I did faux finishes on the whole outside of this building. I primed and painted and repaired all those windows. Did so much work, but I was pushing hard to make sure everything was perfect and absolutely complete with zero touch-ups. And so he was too. He had stuff to do there too. They were having a grand opening the next day. And so we were there working till midnight or 1 that night together. He was doing his thing. I was painting. He wasn't painting. And I was cleaning. I think I was mostly cleaning at that time, and touching up. And so anyway, who's the band? Down. Oh, man. Gonna kill me that I'm not thinking about music right now, so I can't remember the name of the band. The White Stripes. That's what it is, the White Stripes. I remember him telling me, and it took me a little by surprise, do you mind listening to some White Stripes? I was like, I'd love to listen to the White Stripes. I've been waiting for the right opportunity to really listen to the White Stripes, and with someone interesting, and you're a very interesting person to listen to the White Stripes with. And so we listened to their first 2 records, and then we listened to the first 2 records a second time. My man, that's like my kind of guy, dude. That's how you enjoy music together, especially for the first time, because I'd heard some White Stripes but never really listened to the records. So we really listened to him, and I'll just never forget that.
Wild About Harry's. Born to be wild about Harry's. Born to be wild about Harry's.
Shut up. Please. So embarrassing. All right, so I'm going to go back over here, and remember, we're on the playlist here. So if you want to find out about Dandelion, there's a playlist for Dandelion there. That's mine. Twin Creeks, this is one of my last jobs right here.
When you're launching a new product with a tight deadline,
hope they don't want money from my video now.
For watching another Christian Painter's YouTube video. This video featuring exterior house painting. Look at that beautiful warm stone color.
Right. We're right at the house that Jerry's working at.
Thank you, Jerry, for all your hard work, and for Pops for all your hard work in this
My grandson doesn't know how much.
100 degrees. How hot has it been?
108 degrees.
100.
That's my grandson. What a beautiful thing here. What a beautiful moment. I'm so glad I selected that video. But my grandson, he has no idea how much sweat I put into this house. I replaced the wood on 3 windows. I sweat on this house. My grandson has no idea. He thinks Jerry did all the work. I can't get no respect.
108 degrees. Well, let's go up here in that shade spot and look at the part by the doors. These are the garage door areas right here. There's 1 and there's 2. That color is called warm stone. That's a Sherwin-Williams color. Oh, look. We found Mickey Mouse. What's he saying? Hello. So again, this is freshly sprayed on Sherwin-Williams warm stone.
Trying to drag him back into the thing there. Let's see what
As an accent going on these gutters is going to be a color called bronze tone. All right, well, thank you very much for watching.
Hello.
Hello.
I am.
There's Jerry.
Sorry.
Hi. I need a plate.
There it is. There it is.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks for watching. When you need a professional painter to paint your home's interior or exterior, you know who to call. This is what this home looks like before it's painted. There's all the caulking around every area where there's 2 pieces of wood that come together. And then the whole back is already sprayed, so he just has from this side to the end over there. All right, well, thank you again.
Yeah, my grandson doesn't see me working on those jobs. He only sees Jerry, so he's like, yeah, we're over here where Jerry's working. And I am very thankful for Jerry. You know, he's really one of the only people that come close to working as hard as I do. All right, let's see. Where is my downtown historic Mansfield? Did I not make a playlist yet? One of my last jobs that I did that I'm very proud of is in downtown historic Mansfield, where here I'm just going to end the video that way, since I already showed Burleson. I got to show a little, there we go. You can see it there. So very proud of this job here. I really truly am. The Sunshine Yoga Shack and Kim Pratt's office right here on the right side, which is Next Home on Main. So the only realtor that I recommend anymore, and I know a bunch. My brother's a realtor. If you're up north, he's North Texas Real Estate, I believe, or Realtor or Realty. David Warden is his name. So of course I recommend him, but really, if you're up like, you know, Grapevine, South Lake, and North, because that's where he's at, and he does really well there. But Kim Pratt's a whole different operation. She has a whole team of people making these sales happen, and so she's just a wonderful person too. So I'm gonna go show you the last video here that I did over there. I want to see how this goes, get that commercial, and then I'll talk to you for just a minute after this video plays, and we'll get on it.
Very much for watching another Christian Painters YouTube video. This video, I'm going to tell you all the colors used on this building. First off, the red that's on the majority of the building, that is a Sherwin-Williams color called Rockwood Red. I forget the SW number, but the color is called Rockwood Red. It's one of Sherwin-Williams' most popular dark red colors, Rockwood Red. That's what it's called. Over here on this door, this is a steel gray that comes from the Next Home family of colors. This is the office to Next Home on Main, and so that gray comes from the Next Home Realty family of colors, and this is the office for Next Home on Main. So for your next home, whether it's to purchase or to sell, come see Kim Pratt, the Pratt family here at Next Home on Main. And that's that steel gray door. Over here, this yellow is called Fuzzy Duckling. It's actually from Home Depot, so it's a bear color called Fuzzy Duckling, and I don't have the paint strip for it. But follow me up here, because we've got a surprise. Look at this logo for the first time. Didn't they do an amazing job painting that logo up there? Sunshine Yoga Shack. So the black here is a Benjamin Moore color. This black is a Benjamin Moore color called HC910 or 190 or something, but it's a Benjamin Moore black. So there's all your colors. And this is the building, the McKnight building. Very honored to have painted and preserved this building for the next 10, 15 years. It'll look this good. It'll just need to be cleaned up.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tolerating me. I genuinely appreciate you being here if you made it this far in this video today. If you didn't, that's okay too. I hope to see you in my next videos. I have 3 videos coming up this week, live streams. That's what I've got. I've got no videos because I don't have any work. But I expect to have work Monday, Tuesday, by Tuesday for sure. Let's make it happen. And then I can make videos and be publishing videos of my jobs, and then also doing this live stream. So I want you you and you and you, please join me. Join me in the chats. You know, any question that you have, I'd love to be able to answer it for you. And then join me on panel. Don't be afraid. This is 2023. Take that technology, embrace that technology. Just click on the link here in the comments. If you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, just go down to the comments and click on that link right there. It'll bring you backstage, and I'll be able to bring you onto the screen here. You can turn your camera around so we don't see your handsome or beautiful face, and we just see your house. And so you can do all that before I bring you on the screen. Like I can talk to you while you're backstage, if you will, or whatever, before you're on the screen. Say, hey, turn your camera around. Okay, are you ready? And I'll bring you on. So it's a nice, comfortable situation. And you just show me your painting needs. And I have 3 or 4 videos on this YouTube channel that are like that already, that you can go back and watch and get an idea. It's a very natural process. It's 2023. It's the way we do. So I want you to hop on here and get yourself a free estimate, get your repair questions answered, and then also let me help you select colors for your home, whether it's your interior or your exterior. You could be having your exterior painted in Oklahoma. You could be a painting business. Like there's a Christian Painters out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. No affiliation. But you know, you painters, I've like my subscribers, I probably have 100 different paint companies that are subscribers on this channel. Several I'm in touch with. If y'all have customers that need help with colors, send them my way. I'll give them a free color consultation on top of your color consultation. You know, I can help you. I won't work against you. You know, I like all colors, and I believe you can make all colors work in a home where they'll work. You know, it's the home that dictates what colors will and will not work. And then from there, it's also the customer. Those are really the only limitations. So for real, if you have customers and you're in Oklahoma or California, send them to me for a free color consultation. That's what we'll do. And then also, remember that I do save you money, time, and headache. If you don't want to do this here live interactive wise, then you can always do it this way. Just contact me. Wait a minute, I thought I had another. Is that it? There you go. Just contact me. Well, that's live too. So either way, but I can do it with you on the FaceTime. It's no problem at all. We got it covered. All right. Well, again, welcome to Christian Painters community. I really, genuinely, truly appreciate you being here. If you want to help me right now without spending a dime, just like this video, share the video if you find it helpful, and then subscribe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will make a couple of dollars more. So I genuinely appreciate that. And then always join me next week, or this coming week. Could be tomorrow, but could also be Monday. Sorry about that. I am engineering. I'm looking for music as I get out of here, right? So anyway, join me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, somewhere in there. I need your business. I'd love to give you my best, but you can join me here and just have a good time together in this little Christian Painters community as I go over all these colors. I'm going to be talking about, let me go ahead and hit that. Going to be talking about Sherwin-Williams 2024 Color of the Year, Upward, and accompanying colors. We're going to be talking about Sherwin-Williams November Color of the Month, Toily Red, SW006. And then we're going to have another StreamYard that'll be live, and you're welcome to participate in. Come along. Talking about Opal October birthstone inspired colors. And then if you need sheetrock repairs, I'm ready to knock them out. I can do an average sheetrock repair for $100. If it's over 2 foot, it's usually about $200. Just depends on how big it is. Goes all the way down a whole giant wall. It's different, but $100 to $200 for larger cracks. If you have a small hole, like from a fist or a door handle, then that's $100. You know, not much. That's to put in a new piece of sheetrock and tape in bed, float it, and shoot the texture on it, but not paint. These prices do not include painting. These are just repair costs. $100 for a crack, $200 for a larger crack, $100 for a small hole repair, $200 plus for larger repairs, obviously. If it's 1 foot by 1 foot or a little larger, I can get that done for $200 all day. But you get over, 2 foot and 3 foot, larger like 6 foot and 8 foot, no, I have to charge more. We just have to estimate that based on giant repairs, But just to give you an idea, small hole $100, larger sheetrock replacement $200. And again, that includes to put in a new piece of sheetrock, to tape in bed, and to texture and a match. And then there's only another additional charge to be $100 if it's on the ceiling. If it's on the ceiling, I have to do a lot more to contain the dust, and I'm working upside down and dust is falling in my face. So I charge $100 additional if the repair's in the ceiling or at the top of the wall and onto the ceiling, that type of a thing. So that does it there for the prices on repairs. Now, if you need interior painting, I charge $400 to paint your walls. So in an average size room, I'm looking for an average size room here is what I was hoping for. But this is not an average size room. This is upstairs in a hallway. But an average size room to paint the walls is $400. Ceilings are $200, and all the trim is $200. So an average size room is $800 for the paint. Now doors are additional. Doors are $50 a door or $25 a side. Average room has 2 to 3 doors. So if your room has 2 doors, that's $100. So that room's going to be $900. All materials are included. There's no additional expense to you unless you're way outside of Arlington, Mansfield, Burleson, Alvarado, my service areas. If you're on the other side of Dallas or Fort Worth, I obviously have to charge for that, right? So $400 for the walls, $200 for the ceiling, $200 for the trim, $50 a door. All right, thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you again on the next show. For now, you are listening to the one and the only X610 Chill to end the show. Thank you again very much for being a part of my evening. And even if you didn't watch this show live, just thank you for being here and watching it in replay. Again, I hope to see you. I will be doing more of these StreamYard lives. It's a live stream through StreamYard. It's viewable on both YouTube and Facebook. You could participate in the chats, or you can come right here on screen and let me and everyone else see the inside of your home. Just let me know and I will give you my time and help you pick colors for your home, answer any of your repair questions, and actually give you a free estimate that I can stand behind. I really do need your business. I don't know how to sit here and bawl my eyes out and cry and do that. I'm not a complainer. I'm 100% a fighter. I'm a conqueror. So let's conquer together. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.